Hello, you're welcome back. We're going to see how we can use the ArcGis in order to produce the Curie depth and the flow map so that we can add the shape files or the shape files of the study area as well as the warm spring or hot spring spot on the those maps. So open the ArcGis, then file open. Then we'll go back a bit under aeromagnetic, then maps. Of course, you can do that for the analytical signal the same way this, but I'm going to take only these two, each flow. Let me take the Curie depth first. So let's see, I think something wrong with this Curie depth. I'll check later, let me see, but let me first open the heat flow. The heat flow, I think the grading system I use, maybe it was something wrong. Let me open the heat flow. Then click the out, delete. That's what you do. Then hold this one, press delete key, press delete key, press delete key. Then click on this, click here. Then you backspace. Then you type heat flow map. Press enter. Then double click on it. Then change it to 14. Bold. Then OK. Applied. OK. Then move it down here. Then click on this. Click on tick this. Then click on the plus. Then you click and drag so that you can expand it, move it closer, not very far. Like this is okay. If you're satisfied, then click on this. Then now click on this. Then you right click, properties, select the grids, new grids, click next, then finish, then property. The under property labels first, this will change this to 12. Left, right, lines, do not show lines, intervals, degrees, this will give you 6, this one is 6. Then applied, OK, applied, OK. And hold the shift key, bring it down a bit. And this is the heat flow map. Then click outside, then insert not arrow. Of course, you can also insert the scale bar. Of course, I've created one, but you can take any one of these. You take, I already have my own scale bar. You can select any one, then you save it, and later you are going to be using it. You can select this one, you edit it, you save it with a name. So this is my own scale bar. Then you drag it here. Then you move this to reduce the size a bit. Then move this one if you want to. Then position it this way. It's okay. And now bring the shape files. Then hold the control key on the keyboard. Select study area hot spring. Then add. Okay. Then double click on this. Then click on this holo, the edit symbol outline. Then you can choose this one, or you can use my own. I've selected here. Then OK. Then OK. Then now you drag it, you move it up so it will show. Double click on the name so that you can edit the name. Then remove this space, this underscore create space, study area. Then this is the spring. Then you can take this one and give it maybe, let's see, 20 color of red. Move it up, click on it, hot spring spot, then apply, then OK. Then we can place the net line, click on inside net line so that we have a perfect border. This one we normally used to show. The one is outside don't used to show, I don't know why. And this is what we have. Then from there we'll click inside the legend. Then click next, 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 finish. Then you position it here. Then double click on it. Then select under items, select all. Then change the font size to 10. Then apply, then OK. So this is what we have. I use the shift key, click, move it up a little bit. Another one. Give it. Okay, this is what we have. Then click on save. So this you can see it's around the side. So shallow depth. So this is what we have for the heat flow map. Then we need to bring the unit. Click here. Then milliwatt per meter. Click on it. Then this milliwatt per meter square, meter per meter. They put subscript. They put -2. Then open /sub. That's how you create subscript. Superscript. Then this. Then you change the size to 12. Bold it. Then this applied. OK. Now you can see it. I can now move it down the way I want it. It's OK. Milliwatt per that. Then save. So there is more heat there and at lower depth. So this is you can see this is we have this one. Then images to go back, magnetic images, heat flow, ArcGis, save. So now if we go back to arrow new, then aeromagnetic images, you are able to see them. Yeah, this is the one. See, to this one we have. Later we can add some town's name on it if we want to add some town names and other information that we want to get on it. Once we have this, it will be easy to get back to export wherever we want it. So those are how those things are produced. Now we can go back to the other one we open. Like I said, the maps we create on the Curie depth. Like something was wrong here. Let me see. Add grids, Curie depth. Curie depth map. Let me see. Map tools. Insert single grid. Curie depth. Histogram, yes. Shade effect, this. Then current map. kilometer to confirm so that there's not much problem. Then okay, because the unit I saw something else. Okay, so this is what we have. Then now if we click L, I think we have this outside. Then I'll click ArcGis, the maps, Curie depth, yes, then okay. Then close all. So those are the ones we have. Then click right click, the remove. So close all. I'll go back to the ArcGis. Now open the other one. Follow the same process. Curie depth. The map, let me see the map I saved, Curie depth. So this is the Curie depth. I'm sorry, it's Curie depth. Save. Yes. Okay. So now open the Curie depth. To go back, then open it. Curie depth. And click on the outside one, delete. Click on this, delete. Click on this, delete. Click on this. Yeah. Click on this, then you write Curie depth map 14. Applied and okay. Then this one, okay. So click on this. Of this one, then click on this plus to zoom out. Click on this, you click and drag. Then click on this black pointer. Then you now drag it a little bit down. Then let's bring our shapefile. Hold down the control key, keyboard. Also select these two. Then click OK. Click on this, set it hollow, edit symbol, outline, select this, then OK. OK, then move it up, then double click on the name to change the name. Store here, I delete that underscore, you create space, then applied, then OK. Change the something to this. This 20. So we move it up. So change the name to Hot Spring Spot. Click on this, then properties, under grids, new grids. Click next up to finish, then properties back. Then click on this to come back to minutes. So you have this, let's 6 lines, do not show lines, labels. This is 12, this is 11, this is left, right, applied, OK, applied, OK. Then use the shift key to bring it down a bit. Also move this one a little bit down. Now insert neat line. So bring it back like this. So we have this, then insert, then not arrow. Yes. Then insert scale bar. Select this or format and then edit the style. It's very straightforward. Okay, Curie depth and the rest. Curie depth map. Then the unit is there. What more again? The legend. Let's bring the legend. Okay, next. Then you drag it, you bring it down here. But click this one, so move it, we'll size it down. Don't click on this, move it up a little bit. So we have space here. Then you double click on this, select all, then 10, then apply this. This is what we have. So the area and the rest. This is Curie depth, lower depth. Put it to 25. Okay. Change the color to something, right? Okay. So I think everything is safe. Now I can move this one down a bit. So click on save, then file, export map. Curie depth, ArcGis. So this is what we have. See, Curie depth, ArcGis. So these are the one we have, Curie depth and 8 flow. So those are the ones we produce. Of course, you can do the same thing to the analytical signal on all other maps. So this is how it is done. So you can edit it and save it and add anything you want to add on top of it. You can see it's at lower depth but at high values, so it plays a significant role. So something that we need to understand. So we have saved this one. I think that's all what we